Dragonflight has much to offer. Go in wisdom.
No idea what I'm going to do today.
I need to do the mythics. Just like hug some on my hunter.
Yeah, you can go right for that. I mean, we got to do main stuff eventually, like, but that's probably not going to be until after dinner tonight
Yeah,
and
but I'll
tomorrow.
save my demon up for that.
Okay. Oh, I didn't look at my cloth cooldown, see if it randomly went up to max.
I feel like I need to clean my computer. Like, not physically, but why WoW takes so long to load every time.
It's just like that first time.
I know.
6 out of 20, so good. Check another tailor. Excuse me. Alright. Check on these. Nope. I feel like these have been going way slow for some reason. Dash fan. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do Azure Weave bolts now too on this. Guess I should favorite that. I think I'm done with all the chores that I care about on characters.
Yeah.
My wares were made with knowledge. We have been scattered so long. We will not repeat our history. Come see me again.
Excuse me. That's like all I'm making on this. I think I should make like some sort of resourcefulness weapon. Or not weapon,
My
but tool.
wares were made with knowledge.
See if there's a cheap one for the moment, because I'm cheap. Yeah, I'm cheap.
Go in wisdom.
I'll do it like that for now.
Our flight has much to offer. Thank you for sharing.
All I'm really doing is making like the illusions on this character, so doesn't exactly need a whole lot. I'll just take the bit of resourcefulness I can get and call it good. This is the character that I was doing the Enchanted the Blue stuff on, so it has a lot of wasted points. And it's not even maxed out here, but it will be, you know, soon, I guess.
Do you seek knowledge?
I really want that primal mastery illusion, like the formula, to be up here. Even if it's too expensive, just so I can mark it and keep it tracked. I wish there was a way I could like favorite something that's not on the auction house currently.
They need like a wish list.
Yeah, like that way I can just add it in case it does pop up. That way I can just, you know, scroll down my favorites and see it.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. The illusions don't sell too bad. I've sold like a couple or so every day. And I don't exactly undercut very often on this character. I just kind of post them, and I might undercut once in a day. But they still sell slowly. And I don't think I checked my cloth cooldown again. Good morning, y'all. How are you guys doing? You guys got to give me some gold making stuff to talk about or teach you about or something. It's a really weird time right now, to be honest. 16 out of 30, 16 out of 30, so, okay, we're good. No worries there. In all honesty, I'm not doing an awful lot of gold making right now. I'm doing, gosh, it feels to me a little bit like the end of Shadowlands, to where I was just in this,
Of prime time.
I was just doing my, like, kind of going through my routine. You know what I mean? As in, I have specific crafts that I do. I have things that I kind of just restock up on, but I don't go out of my way. It's just like I'm making a slow but steady amount of gold kind of thing. It's kind of where I feel it's at, and it's really frustrating. Oh, I can't make him dance on this character. I'll do that because I can. Oh, it's because they want the sigil. I can't do the sigil. Never mind. It's like I should be able to. So at the moment, I'm kind of doing my... I have like a list of things that I make sure I kind of repost and do. And then I take a look at some of the things I would like to craft for profit. And if it's just not good, I guess, or like really good, then I just don't do it. However, like if you're somebody who doesn't have, you know, I don't know, multiple millions or something, then yeah, you can make gold right now. It's just, like yesterday, for instance, one of the worst days I've had, and there was some gold to be made, but it was mostly not because there wasn't decent gold. It was just because nobody was buying what I was selling. And so it took me like about an hour to sell everything I made, and I made like 50K or something on the auction house. But like that to me is just bad, like really bad. So like I don't feel like spending an hour doing that. I'd rather go do other stuff. But like there is gold. It's not like really attractive amounts of gold by any means. And yes, combatant gear still, you know, not exactly breaking the bank on some profits. These are wrong. These aren't updated. But they still sell and they still bring in small amounts. I sent all my work orders to characters that hadn't gotten them done this week yesterday, so I can go through this morning and finish off this quest for everybody. At the point where I might just start holding on to points. I think I'm going to max out, like this next week, max out mail. And then, I mean, a lot of people make... I actually don't even know what I might just max out mail and then just hold on to points after that. Because I have everything else already done on this character. Like, I'm already finished with my primordial. I'm already finished with my leatherworking.
Our flight has much to offer.
Alright, post these for my pennies. This actually shows profit right now. It's actually kind of crazy. But it's negative gold to force them. Sounds about right. Wow. That's right. That's actually pretty good profit for right now, to be quite honest. And it's even more to force. Alright. Maybe I will make some batches of stuff this morning. And these are profitable too? Oh, that was for forcing. So forcing, yeah, and forcing those is even more profitable. Well, damn. It's like the most profit I've seen in like a week and a half on some of these things. Alright. New plan. I guess I'm gonna try to get some cells this morning. I don't know, let's only do like 50 of these. And that's with my inspiration tool on. That's kind of the other problem right now. Like, you have to have some gold to make gold, too. And we'll throw some of our extra stuff into Fang armaments just to make a little bit of extra gold. Should be enough of those. Wait. Oh yeah, I'm not forcing those, am I? I'm probably good then. Make sure we have a little bit more just in case. Alright. Let's go craft. Pretty much always check crafting orders when I come over to anything now, just to make sure there's something. See if there's something. Alright, so my bet is that I'm not going to want to... This is telling me I should use the multi-craft tool. I really don't know if I trust the numbers on the multi-craft, to be honest. I feel like I always have better numbers when I just do the inspiration. When you're talking about going from 26 up to 36%, which when I drop that, you know, 39 from 28, like it's 11% difference. It's a lot. But I'll trust it. I'll go with the multi-craft tool. See what happens. Yeah, no pet out. Some nice procs. Ooh, another nice proc. I actually never even noticed the real profit of like what I'm really getting based on procs. What it's estimated. Having a really good run here. Yeah, we got 5 left. Alright. Earthshine, let's put on the other tool. It says it's better with the multi. I'm gonna disagree with it. I really like the consistency of just doing the inspiration. Like 39%, like, yeah, I hit an awful lot of tier 3s. The fact that I've hit as many tier 2s as I have already actually surprises me. Usually I hit more. But it'll probably level out in a moment and go on a big long run of tier 3s is my guess. Jeez, I am really hitting a lot of tier 2s on this. Now we're getting better. This has actually really been bad to me this time around. Which makes sense why it's now hit like 10 in a row at least. Going backwards because I'm getting absolutely just garbage. Finally, I hit a ×5 of a tier 3. That helps the numbers a bit. You're going south there for a while. Alright, and we will finish off with whatever I can make for Fang Adornments. Using up my tier 2s, and I'm like 1 of 9 or something right now. Getting better. Like, inspiration hasn't been fantastic this morning. There we go. Alright, whatever we got is what we got. Hey, James.
My wares were made with
I mean, that was on total of everything I crafted. By the way. So, for the amount of gold I spent, granted, numbers are a lot different right now than what they have been. But I'm also trying to sell things early on a Saturday morning, so I'm expecting things aren't exactly going to sell quickly, so I don't know if I should have made anything, but the profits look decent enough where it might have been worth my time. At the end of the day, everything I crafted, I'll probably only make like 50k or something. But I still have to sell everything too, right? I can't remember what number this was at. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not complaining about profit. I'll take it when I can get it. And that was the boring part of me just sitting on the auction house. Because I'm also not somebody who likes to hold on to anything. When I craft for profit, I want to get my gold. Like, I want to get my gold and then I'll move on. So, unfortunately, I'm probably going to be here for a while. I did alloys. I've heard alloys have been pretty good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if there's ever decent profit like that, everybody clamors to it. It's actually kind of why I decided to try it, because I'm like, it's so early in the morning that most gamers aren't on right now. So, like, I might actually be able to sell some stuff. That was kind of my thought. I was like, it shows profit. I might as well try. Worst case is, if I had to just sit on stuff for now, it's not like I don't have gold. I'm okay. I very much prefer to sell in prime time. Last night there wasn't anyone crafting weapons on area. Oh, you're on area 52? Oh man, just lost respect for you. No, I don't think. Sent in like 20 minutes waiting on a guildie for a key and made like 45. Like, people are actually paying that much for like crafted weapons and stuff. Man, they're not doing that on my server. I am lucky if I can get over 1,000 gold on anything I craft. It's usually like 500 gold, 500 to 1,000, something like that. And then, God forbid, if I ever like put out numbers that I want back, you know, which for me I was doing 2k for 392, 5k for 405, and 10k for 418 is what I did. Yeah, see, same. And I wasn't reading what you're writing, but yeah, I do the same. And oh my God, the amount of people that complain and won't do it. People do it for free. No, you know, like, I'm just like, are you serious, man? Like, it gets really old really quick. I hate dealing with it. It's very, very frustrating. But unfortunately on my server, since it's so populated, there is a lot of people who will do that crap for free. Because they're trying to, they say that because they're hoping that the person will be nice and just give them a small commission anyway. And they feel like if they do 1,000 of them and don't charge commission, the small tips that they would get would be more than like charging a flat amount. Like I think that's the mindset that people have. But I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But that's what happens on my server. Every once in a while I run into a good time where I'm like, oh look, I can sit around and make some gold. But right? I've had a couple of those. I have definitely had a couple of those myself. A guy wanted me, I told him 10k for 418. And I told him 10k for 418. And he bitched and complained that people would do that for free. I'm like, dude, for a 418? No one's doing this shit for you for free. Like, why would I make you something basically the best in the game, at least in what you could craft and do? Like, why would I do something better than anybody else, the best that you can realistically get, and do it for free? Like, that makes no sense. But sure enough, people legitimately believe that kind of crap. It is ridiculous. Oh, hey, Slazer. Your name kind of blended in. I didn't see it there for a sec. Yeah, then 2 minutes later he said, so, you don't want my order? Whatever, let him block you. Can't make everybody happy, man. But honestly, I guess I kind of have given in because I've stopped like forcing like my specific prices that I usually do. Now I kind of just say I'll craft it, and then I hope to God that they give me something worthwhile. But honestly, I am also at the point that, like, I don't know, if somebody wanted me to craft a 418 for them and they put in 500 gold, I'll just decline it and say, like, yeah, I'm not doing it for that. You know, they might complain that I didn't give them a price to do it at, but like, I get more pushback from that. I have also, on the same token, ran into a few really nice people that have overpaid, so definitely hasn't averaged out by any means, but it does go both ways. At least on my server it has. But right now, like, with the gold as bad as it's been on the auction house, you know, I've talked about it in a recent video. Granted, I haven't been doing videos because there's not a lot to talk about, but that's a big thing for me right now is when the gold's really bad on the auction house, sometimes instead of sitting here and fighting and cancel scanning and doing all that to try to push sales, sometimes I would rather just sit around and be like, hey, I can craft, send me your shit, you know, and do it that way. Sometimes I actually think that's like the lesser of two evils. It's not good gold. Oh my god, is it not good gold? But at least I'm generating something, I guess.
Is this guy really gonna be this way? That's awesome. The script already sucks.
Just, all you can do is just play. See. Yeah, but here's the thing. You can get an insight or something and like force, well, I guess if you're a Draenei, I believe you can force 418 with an insight. Yeah, I never raced to being able to make something at 418. I actually was able to make stuff at 418 way sooner than I thought. I just never even looked into it until I realized that I could, and then I started doing it like a week or two later because I definitely could have been selling at that point for sure. Oh, come to think of it, these selling at this price is much less than what I was selling. He's lowered the price by like 400 or 500. This dipshit on Windrunner. Fuck this guy, by the way. This TO on Windrunner. I hate this person. He completely controls the market all by himself. If you ever compete with him, he does this and he lowers the profits down to where there's like nothing. He forces you to make 0 gold and go away so that he can make gold. He does it every single time. He is always on 24/7. The dude's a bot. Hate this human being or robot or whatever he is. Calling him out because he's a piece of shit. That's why I haven't crafted these in like 2 weeks, because every time I do, he destroys the market and makes it to where that gold I would have been getting, I don't get anymore. But it's him, and here, anybody who's in NA like should or tries to make these knows of him at this point, because he completely single-handedly controls that market, and he forces himself and everybody to lose gold so that other people go away. So if it ever does creep into a time where there is gold to be made, he destroys it instantly. Every single time. Gets really old that nobody else can even mess with him in the market. The amount of gold that dude must have, like, I only have 18 million. I cannot compete with that guy. I can't just lose gold to compete with that guy. I do not have enough gold to deal with him. Not even 1/10 of the gold I would need to be able to compete with him and do the same thing to him to force him out of the market. So these were selling at $31.99, but by God, I've sold about 10 of them, so now the market's down here. You can say I can just sit and wait, but it's like then I have to wait for him to sell 500 before I can start making gold again. That's, yeah. Yeah. But if I ever go and I look at the margins and I look at what's going on, he has things stretched to where I just don't believe that there's any... I don't understand how he's making any profit. I don't get where he's making his profit at. Anyway, I'll not complain about him, because he's already destroyed the profit I was going to get there. So I don't know what I'm going to end up with. I was at like 18-1, I think. So I only spent like, I don't know, 220,000 on resources. Which is not too bad, to be honest. That's way less than I used to spend to do anything. Yeah, they're completely happy doing it because a lot of them are making gold off of, you know, resourcefulness, wherever the case may be. It's one of the downsides to where, man, this sure was fun in that first month. But we're getting to a point that as people get stretched further and further on being able to do certain things, that the margins are getting stretched that way to where people are basically crafting at negative. Where the standard person would be crafting at negative, but unless you're maxed on, like, you know, multi-craft resourcefulness and all the, you know, unless you have like every ounce of that you can, you basically don't make gold. At least that's the point we're getting to. It doesn't happen. Sometimes it happens on things, sometimes it doesn't. You know, that's why I still obviously monitor prices every single day to just see if there's something out there worth my time. But it happens a lot to where it's not. So I'll do a quick cancel and go from there. It's the part of the game that like the direction we're heading that I'm not happy with. Because like what that guy's doing with the Fierce Armor kits, I don't feel like taking a market and doing that to it and sitting on that market, specific market all day and destroying it to where I'm making copper per craft, you know, maybe a few gold per craft, right? But I'm making like almost nothing for the investment, and I keep it so low that if anybody looks, they're like, oh wow, I'm not, there's like nothing to be made there. I'm not doing that, to where it's just me in the market making, like where if anything sells, it's him. You know, things sell for like 5k gold, but he makes 10 gold off of it. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you have such a high investment for such little profit, just, oh my goodness. But it's kind of like the same people these dumbasses do with crafting orders, willing to do it for like nothing because they're just hoping the little bits of gold they make, you know, them getting every crafting order at like 1 gold is going to be better than them charging or something. You know what I mean? It's not. But people feel like they have to do that to compete, and that's, God, it's not healthy. And that's why I don't like the region-wide. I don't like the region-wide at all, and I think that's the only way that that can be combated, because then that douche can go do it on his server, right? You know, you might have somebody on your server doing it, but the likelihood is it's not happening on every single server, to where it leaves just the vast majority of more people with the ability to, you know, be able to step into a market. I don't like region-wide. I much, much, much prefer the old ways.
Come see me again.
Because the old ways, I would still be... Gosh, did I grab everything? I did. I would still be making good gold. I would still be crafting absolutely everything. What am I looking for? Am I missing something? No, I'm not. Did I actually sell all my fierce? I didn't think I did. I thought I had more tier 3s to sell. Anyway, I would still be doing every profession and all that kind of stuff. I would still be doing it all. I would just be making more gold. Right? I agree with that on, like, absolutely. In terms of mining, herbing, all that kind of stuff, that stuff was better back then. Why? Because you could look at your auction house, you could see a market that, oh man, people haven't been posting ghost iron ore or whatever, and then you could go out and farm it and potentially make some gold. I remember, like, the real old days of, like, looking and randomly seeing something like copper ore. Like, oh my god, copper ore is at, like, 5 gold per. You know, and I'd go out and mine copper ore just because nobody else was, and I'd make good profit for like, where I was at the time. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff just doesn't happen now. Yep. There's other issues with, like, order and why it's at where it's at. Because people found other ways to mass produce them, essentially. Because weren't people getting that with that, like, weird skinning bait farm in the raid? Or, like, they would make a raid and do, like, the skinning bait farm thing. And then everybody would get some on each one. That kind of crap. Isn't that how they were doing that? Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. The region-wide still has its... It's not like it's all negative, right? It still has things that are positive. I just prefer... Because here's the thing. I don't care if my stuff sells immediately. I would like the game a lot more if I could, like, post and, like, go do other crap. But you can't on the region-wide. You can't. You have to sit here, and you have to force sells. You have to cancel scan. You have to stay on top. Otherwise, you won't make anything. I don't like that either. So as much as, yes, my stuff does sell, and I can get it out quicker, quote-unquote, in reality, I don't give a crap if it's out quick. I don't. I just want to make gold. You know, in the old days, I would go through each of my characters. I would do the different crafts. I'd make my potions. I'd make my, flasks. I'd make whatever I needed to make. I'd send it all to my bank alt, and I'd spend the time to post it all. And then I'd go play the game. And then I'd come back 30 minutes to an hour later, and I'd go onto my bank alt. I'd do a cancel scan, cancel stuff, repost, and then I'd go play the game. And you can't do that now. You can't do that now. Sure, there's things that are on my bank alt, like some transmog and some pets and other things like that you still kind of can do that. But like if you're messing with commodities like scales or any of these things, herbs or maybe herbs and orb, you can kind of set it and leave it. But majority of the time, I can't just post it and walk away. And I hate that about it. I don't care if I can get my gold faster. It makes no difference. To me, anyway. I mean, yeah, if you're a big YouTuber, you could kill something pretty quick. Here's the thing that gold makers and other people don't understand. Is that everything's a time investment, and your time should have a value. And I don't like it when people think that, I don't know, that the time spent learning something, the time spent doing something isn't a part of the equation. I like, it just goes back to me like having more, I like having more time to be able to go do other stuff. I mean, granted, I'm not, I'm a minuscule YouTube person and streamer. Minuscule at the moment. But, like, who wants to sit here and watch me post auctions, man? But I have to, because by the time, if I went to go do something for an hour or two and I came back, these prices would be different. Yeah, they could be higher, but more than likely they would just be lower, and everything that I spent to craft, like, all that gold would essentially just be deleted. But that didn't used to be the case, and that's my point. Is I used to be able to do all of this, just post it and walk away. Some of it would sell, some of it wouldn't. Some of it would sell, I would come back, cancel scan it, put it back up, walk away again. I miss that. But it is still the lesser of two evils. Because it is still better. It is still better than dealing with work orders. Which is why my strategy coming into the expansion was focusing primarily on the region-wide. Because I'd much rather deal with this system. It's just now that it's come so far and people are pushed so far into their professions and everything like that, that the margins are getting so terrible that it makes me not want to do it as much. I do like an hour session, maybe, of selling on the auction house once, maybe twice a week right now. This, I think, is the second time I've done it this week, where I'll make a small amount of gold and I'm just done with it. Most of my gold is coming in on things that are a little bit more set and forget. Yeah, I know, I'm not really getting crowding orders or anything either. This has been a weird week, to be honest. Alright, we're gonna sit here and push these out. And I was thinking about making a video about that, because I'm kind of already getting to the... I can't remember the phrase I used for it, talking about it in Shadowlands. But I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of... not going through the motions, but I have specific things I do craft and keep up on every day. I do that and I set it and forget it. And examples would be, I definitely keep up on my cloth, right? My Chrono Weave and my Azure Weave. I craft those when I can, right? I keep up on my Zap Throttles every day because I don't care if it's worth 1,000 gold or if it's making me 7,000 gold per. It's still profit. It's pretty much guaranteed. I just do it every day. It's there. I do sometimes even the transmutes. They've been pretty bad for a while, but they've kind of changed a little bit in the last week. They're a little bit better. Even stuff like that. I do a lot of that little stuff, or Crimson Combatant Gear is another one, to where I don't care if it's 300-400 gold per sell. That is still 300-400 gold per profit that I don't have to sit around and cancel scan all day. That I just post it and walk away. I go to change characters. I notice that that character has mail. I get on, see how many sold, recraft, move on. You know, and that's kind of the point I'm getting to where my gold is creeping up, right? It just keeps creeping up. I'm not spending a lot of time forcing myself to make gold. I will again say that I can make gold. If I want to sit here and make gold, there is still things to make gold. I hate spending, I don't know, 300,000 to make 330,000. Like, I don't like doing that. You should be asking more for metal. Granted, I'm getting to the point where I have so much metal. Yep, that's the same thing I would charge, by the way, James. The exact same. I do 10k and it's just 10k once, and then we'll recraft it until we hit it. No issues. Granted, again, as I talked about, people get mad at me on my server about that, so I've kind of stopped putting in my prices, because apparently everybody on my server will do it for free, the other people. Can't believe you made your money back with Lariat. I don't think I might be approaching making my gold back on Lariat, but I wouldn't be surprised if I still haven't. I mean, I only spent 500k on mine, and I still don't think I've made that back. I think on public work orders, I might be up to like 300k profit this whole damn expansion. Like, it's so useless. Maybe a little bit more than that. Probably a little bit more than that. But either it's completely dwarfed but what I can do typically on the auction house in like 2 hours. You know, or at least what I could have done in like 1 hour, like, or a couple hours, I guess, like 4 weeks ago probably. However, that goes to the point that, like, yeah, if you're on a, there's definitely some servers out there that there's people making a boatload and it's not so much of an issue. Mine's a very high pop server. Hey, looking for GC to make. I'll whisper that guy and see if he'll send it to my other character. And that's the only other way that I'm doing it, is I don't really promote myself too much. I wait for people to say in chat that they're looking for the ring at 405 or looking for a Lariat or whatever. And I usually just whisper them and say, hey, I can do it on this character. Send it my way. Looks like you might have already found somebody because he hasn't messaged back. I mean, yes and no. I've definitely gotten a lot of, probably most of my crafts that way. Man, I don't think you're really gonna farm shards to max it for profit. Like, that's not reasonable. He is going to send it my way. So D1. I think if you're going to do something like that, you probably should have already done it. The amount of hours and effort you'd have to put into farm. You get 5 to 8 shards a day? Like, Everybody's already pushed to max. Like, not max in terms of profession, but I've never gotten shards. For instance, I mean, I have shards, right? But, for instance, like, take leatherworking, for example. Everything that I could typically craft, you know, and post on the auction house, whatever the case may be, like, I'm already maxed with everything, and I never had to go do shards. A lot of people are already at that point where they've pushed things pretty much to the cap, to where you going out and farming shards now isn't really going to benefit you too much, other than an awful lot of your time. I think there is some things that, I don't know, have more of a wide array of things to make profit on that are smaller, but it would be nice on. Engineering is one I could think that it would be kind of nice on, but if you ask me, that's a gigantic waste of time and a time sink. I wouldn't do it at all. Well, honestly, there's not a lot of gold in most of the professions right now. That's why you're not seeing any videos from people talking about how much gold they're making with crafting professions. Most of them, the profit is really, really low right now. I don't think you rushing one of them is going to be all that beneficial. You could still do the same thing you're doing. I would maybe push a specific, I don't know, like, let's take leatherworking, for example, because I'm on that character. You know, going like a general leatherworking where you're focusing on main skill and you're focusing on inspiration and, here's inspiration, and resourcefulness, wherever that is. There you go. Doing something like that where it's a very general aspect, and then saving your points, potentially for 10.0.7, might be an option. I'm doing that on a couple characters to where I've kind of pushed them to where I don't care anymore, and I'm kind of stopping. For instance, on this character, I maxed out Primordial, I maxed out my leatherworking discipline, and because I'm a shaman, I'm going to max out like the main node here in mail just cuz, and then I think I might save every point after that until 10.0.7 just to see where things are heading. If I get enough, I might push into something specifically, like if I know one of the specific crafted items is like super worth knowing to be able to do, but I'm not somebody who sits around in trade chat and does that either, so I'm probably going to max that, and then I'm just going to stock on points. I have other characters that are just sitting on points, waiting for if something gets added. I think getting jewel crafting up and going might be a really smart move, considering 10.0.7 is going to add some additional ways to make gold. We don't really know how it works, but with the crushing system making the new gems or whatever for those new rings, I don't know exactly how it works. I do believe that they're going to have another talent row, I guess, in jewel crafting. So that's something you may want to set up for with a little bit of research. I'm going to. I can show you once I go over there. Looks like I've sold the majority of everything, so that's nice. Let me just quickly post it, and I'll go over and kind of show you where I'm at, where I'm going to stop, and where I'm going to start saving my points. Thank you, Waste Embracers. I thought it might have been Waste. But like, that's one of the only ones that I think might be worth getting up and going. If that is profitable at all, that gives a new line of profit available to a a profession that's not here now, that if you're ready and you have points just sitting there to just pump into it day one, obviously in that first day or two or whatever, you could very much probably make some gold. It's very much something to consider. I will be considering the same thing myself and setting myself up to do it. If this stuff would sell, I would move over and look at that real quick. I have somebody going to be sending me a crafting order. Screw it, we'll just go look.
Come to me again. We will not
So what did we make?
history.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Thank you for sharing.
Alright. I think I might have already found somebody to craft this crap, but I'm going to swap over and take a look. I can't just wait for people to be ready to send stuff to me. So let's take a look. I'm waiting for like a bigger, better write-up or something on Wowhead to talk about it more. I just know it's a thing. But for instance, I think it might come off of glassware, or maybe even over here, but probably like off of glassware or something. The new node, if it is legit, what I'm doing is, obviously I have my resourcefulness, inspiration, main, maxed. I make rings and necks, so obviously I'm fully maxed on my rings and necks. That's what this character does. What I was doing is I was deciding that I was going to max enterprising and prospecting. That way, if I wanted to, which I don't want to, but I might, we'll see. I think I know I can craft that. I was going to max prospecting, and then potentially, I don't know how good the profits are. Maybe somebody can tell me. I was thinking about going Draenei for the +5 to jewel crafting, because then I would have the ability to do the hidden skill technique. I would have the ability to do the hidden skill technique for prospecting. I just don't know if it's really worth me going over there and doing that, if the gold's really good. Right? For anybody who knows the hidden skill technique. I haven't tried it. So, but I was at least setting myself up. Oh, I have 2 personal orders. Let me... Oh, look at that. Oh, he wants a 405. Let's go ahead and do that for him. No, he said a minimum quality. Jesus, I can't type. I gotta let him know to decline this so that he can don't set a minimum. And this one. That one's good. I hate having to explain things to people about how the crafting system works. Not because it's not an issue on this person. Like, it's not his problem. It's just the fact that things are so not obvious, right? Well, you said you can make it at 405. Why can't I say, make it at 405? Why can't I put in a minimum quality? It's because it's done with inspiration. If you do that, the game doesn't let you do it. People don't know. It's not them, it's Blizzard's issue. Also, I only do an order if it's at least 1,000. Then I might fill an order in public. Otherwise, other than that, I wouldn't do something unless I was sitting at 4. Because I didn't realize it. You only get one order a day, but you can hold a maximum of 4. Which is interesting. I'm actually surprised he's giving me any gold at all. Let's just recraft it with my metal. Really? Alright. Do you hate explaining how... I know, right? There's some people... I mean, granted, there's some people that, they really want detailed explanations, so I spend the time to, explain it. But it's just, it gets really old when you have to do that for, half the people you talk to. And then I usually just tell people, hey, after I get done crafting for them, I'm like, hey, I can do rings and necks up to 418. If you or alts or friends ever need, try to get more orders to come in. Right? Unfortunately, I use some of my own resources on that guy, but I probably shouldn't do that at all. But I did. Alright. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're done with this consortium. I've gotten my stuff, right? I've made my gold, so I'm just chilling. Dude, you probably made more than me, to be honest. After today's sales, I'll be at what will I be at? I'll be at close to 18.2 million, I guess, right now. I'm totally good with that. I don't need tons more gold. Can I make gold? Yes. Oh, hey, look, 5K. See? That's what I wait around for. Boom. That's a rare one. It's a rare Pokemon if I've ever seen one. And that's why I always just hold on to one charge, just in case I check and there's something worth doing. You're only at 13? So I only have 12s this week? Shit. I need to get my main in and start and do my mythics and stuff. It's not my favorite week, though. I don't know if I'm going to do any sort of progression. I haven't done very high stuff yet. I really need a quarter star. I hate quarter stars. I really need to run a better one. Yeah, I really want to do Mythic Plus on my stuff, but nobody's on this early. I don't think I'll be able to get Mythic Plus in tonight.
This fucking survival hunter is pumping dick. Like, holy Jesus
I
Christ.
love a good dick pump.
Oh, this fucking dude is insane. Like, he's nuts. Everybody is creaming their freaking plate right now. Oh, fuck. I'm not gonna get in there and I'm gonna die because I'm not paying attention. He's like
What item level was
easily
he?
over 100k. He's massively stacked over 400.
So you're
probably.
saying that we need to play Survival Hunter now?
It's crazy. I literally copied his stuff because I'm just like, I need to figure this out. Like, what the fuck?
Survival Hunter OP? Is that what you're telling me?
He's like easily over 100k, 100 plus. When he's like,
Well, in AoE?
just in general,
What's his item level though? Is it dude like 408 or some shit?
probably he's easily over 400.
Really?
His name is
John Cena?
Addon, but
Well, let's do some research.
freaking nuts.
Can you look on Raider.io and like look up? I wish you can just look up specifically. I want to look at arms warriors. I want to look at hunters.
I know.
Right, and see where they're all at. I bet it's gonna be pretty low.
I mean, he's obviously geared and knows what the hell he's doing, but his minimum is like 50.
What does last page go to? Oh, really low. Okay. Damn, I didn't think it looked that low. What are the chances we're gonna find a survival hunter in here? I'll learn a new class. I like learning new things.
I mean, I can't do worse than what
CS
I
laser?
already do. So
No, you really can't, to be honest.
literally like the worst spec in the game. But yeah, like his AoE, he just broke 135.
I mean, my warrior in like big packs, I do like 200k, so
Yeah, but for a hunter,
that's kind of a lot maybe for a hunter in general.
like, that was 3 mobs. That's not even a big AoE pull.
I bet you I know what spec he is, but I would like to... God, the chances of me finding one in like a plus 25, I don't even know what they have around. I mean, I'm watching, I'm looking over...
This motherfucker's obviously just getting the quest done, because this is only a 5.
Like, that was a single mob and he was doing 110k.
It was, I mean, no, it wasn't. It was
Oh, there
only
was? So it's a group of 3. Like, that dude is pumping.
I was like a group of 5.
What's his name? It's not spelled weird, is it? Of course it is.
Yes, it is. Spelled all funky, please.
I want to look that guy up. His name is, like, Wodon, but like spelled
Odin!
Wodon, but with like O's over it. Just writing it in there so I have it written down somewhere.
He's nutty.
James says he pulls 200k with CDs on 3 targets. So you're saying this isn't even
Play
a
a
good
hunter?
survival hunter? What's your item level?
What do you play? I mean, I'm dog shit at... Want to play BM because I'm stubborn, but... Like, usually hunters in general are not too far ahead of me. Oh, you play MM? This dude's a survival, and he is just
I never remember, James. That means you're
sweeping this shit.
Are you on right now?
What, you did one of those?
Yeah, your cruelty?
Oh.
Is that who you are? I don't keep very good
I can't keep
tabs
track of who's who. Especially when
Yeah.
your name's different.
See, it is cruelty. You just whispered me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, I now know who you are. Yeah, no, I knew who you were. I was actually gonna reach out to you a day or so ago, cause like we're pushing into 13 now,
I'm playing
and
my
like we're
demon
pushing some
hunter.
higher keys, but Arms Warrior, I'm pumping. The highest I've done is I've done on a big pull in what is it called? Academy. I've broken 450k on a big pull. Like my Arms Warrior, only 400 item level, but it pumps pretty good. Definitely fun. What the hell was I doing? Oh, I was looking for that. I want to find that other hunter. No, I pump on my warrior. Arms is my baby, so once it started getting good, I swapped away from tanking to that. Digital is now our tank. And yeah, and I do the damage. Most dungeons, I end up with like, I don't know. Depending on the dungeon, right? Somewhere between like 50 and 70k DPS at the end of the dungeon is kind of where I'm at. Maybe 45 to like, yeah, 45 to 70, just depending on the dungeon. Because I've done like 68, but that was a Nakud. So yeah, it just depends on the dungeon. I wish there was maybe I'm just dumb. I wish there was an easier way to look up specifically X spec. Oh yeah, I finish the poll, and you like, if it's not the big poll, if it's like 1 to 2 packs, that's where I'll finish at too. Like I can finish that in 1 pack, at least closer to that like 150 mark. But if it's like 2 packs, yeah, it's probably gonna go closer to that 250 if they're grouped well enough.
I think you can actually click that, but
That's his.
his build.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
I don't know how to either.
Can you? Would that whisper to me in Discord?
I don't know.
You should try.
Yes, please.
Cool. Let's see what talents this guy's rolling with. I don't think I've ever even been survival.
Nope.
Do I have a survival weapon? Oh, I got a 359. Let's go.
You have a pole arm or some shit?
Yeah. Let's go with a new loadout. No, not new loadout. New import.
Yeah, he's nutty.
So this is
I
what
mean,
he's
he's
playing.
obviously geared, but yeah, it looks right.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. So he still use it, okay. Dead shot from that. We're going.
I'm sure he's not going too crazy.
Kill shot strikes up to 3. So he's doing the kill shot build, so he's not even doing the wildfire. Wouldn't you do? Isn't the bombarder build better?
I mean, if there's a better build than what he's doing, that's fucking crazy.
Because
He
that's like
probably
the
just
big
plays 'cause he
coordinated
likes the way
assault
he
build.
plays, but like, shoot, I need to not be this.
You don't think so? And he only has 2 points in here. Is that normal? I don't even know if this is what people typically do.
That's what he's doing, and it works.
Really?
And he is literally pumping. It's insane.
I'll try anything.
I just don't think I've ever actually played with one. I wish it would just
mean,
flat
they're
out
like-
show me what
they're very,
his
very
item
rare.
level is, but-
Oh, wait. I want... Where'd I put stuff? That there, the chakram. And they still use explosive? Interesting. I think I would do that. Shit. Binding. God damn, they have more buttons than I thought. Nope, too many buttons.
They're probably gonna have a fuck ton of buttons.
Apparently they do. More than I thought. You can look them up, but like I was looking them up at I don't want to like, isn't that like mostly for raid? I was looking at like Raider.io. I wanted to like check out a survival hunter in here, but I don't know of a good way to like, because you can't just search up a specific. I want to see like where all arms warriors are at. Can you do that on Raider.io? I don't even know. That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna have to watch a guide. I don't know how to play this shit. I just feel like messing with it for a minute. It's probably not the most efficient way to look for one.
I mean, I know this is a low-ass key, and these people are obviously just doing it to do it, but we have 20 minutes to kill the final boss. Because this guy is fucking annihilating shit.
Some of these people could actually still be in a different spec, but
Yeah, he might just be doing this to...
God, I was hoping I'd see like one in the top 1,000 just to.
hard enough to just find hunters, let alone...
I know, that's why I assume anybody who's up here is using the bow from the raid.
Yeah, which is cheating.
Yeah, I know, that doesn't drop, does it? Doesn't exist. Alright, so where did you tell me to look at? You told me to look at Warcraft logs, right? Talk about something I don't use. I don't use Warcraft logs, so.
Boom, I out DPS'd him because he fucked up the mechanic.
Nope, don't even know.
Wow, I have not gotten a single piece of anything this entire time I'm doing these. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, he has like all of his gears over 400. But still. Nutty.
Is it like?
Yeah, 418
Oh Jesus!
full arm, 418
So
full.
he's
He literally is over 400.
yeah, he's like
Basically 405 or higher.
yeah, he's
408
easily
probably on
yeah,
average.
yeah, exactly. Like he's between like 405 and 408. That's why he's.
And a 418 weapon.
Plus he has a 418 pole arm, so.
Just
So here's the thing. That tells you how bad they are, though. Because you're saying in that dungeon.
right in
He's
that
like
dungeon, he did
408
that
item
much,
level with a
and
418
he's
weapon.
Literally maxed out, like.
And he only did like 62k at the end of the dungeon. Like.
Well, he royally messed up the last.
Like I would have done that on my warrior, right? Somewhere near that at least.
That's still fucking double what I did because I suck.
I'll just look for a couple more pages, just in case one.
Yeah, helmet I don't need.
Oh, what'd you get? What's yours?
402 helmet. 405
Rip.
set.
Rip. Nah, yep, just kind of like me. I know I got that crappy ass trinket.
Literally got nothing out of all of the mythics I did.
That was.
Got not a single piece of loot.
I know, I basically had to delete the item I got on my warlock. It was not worth. It was bad.
I mean, sadly, I'm kind of getting to the point where most of my stuff is
Oh yeah.
pretty easily geared, so it is hard to get more, but it's hard to get something that's worth keeping.
It is.
Unless I get the bow.
Well, that was the idea, is to get it from there, and you didn't. So rip.
Yep.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah, I could have quit the game. I won.
Hey, Marky. It's time for a new transmog.
What?
Let's do something. I don't know. When the hell did I get that? That's fun. I have like nothing. Transmog is not my strong suit.
I have like a random button.
You could probably get some really gross stuff with a random button. It'd be fun.
It'd be hilarious. It would be fun.
Damn, my shoulders are all bad. Every single one of them.
Yeah, I usually pick shoulders I like, and then
I mean, I usually go for...
Like shoulders I like or a weapon I like.
Oh, now you're muted.
thought I unmuted.
Oh, I have Garbo.
I usually just sit at the auction house and look at everything and buy what I think looks cool. Especially now, because I feel like a lot of that stuff has gone down in price, because more options. To a mountain, because I was watching.
I have no plate. I don't know how. I really have just nothing.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Need black boots. And
Oh, these boots are kind of cool. When the hell did I get those? I don't think it really goes with it, but they look cool.
they're cool.
What are you up to today, Marky? There's that purple was in the middle of my chest.
Oh, it's a pretty necklace.
I know what I could do. Let's see. I could smack people with my rose staff.
Yeah.
It would look really bad though. I did a 17 rip with the tank. I was scared to pull because he's not used to tanking and finished 74.1 overall. Yeah, I can't quite do that. But don't you have the bow? Or no?
No, he shredded it.
Good.
No, you didn't shred it. Did you shred it? You shredded something. You shred every bow that's not from rest. Yeah, pretty much. Holy shaman.
Man, my transmogs suck. Hate how that doesn't quite match. It's so annoying. This is so bad. I can't even do it.
Doesn't look bad.
That's an old one that I had saved.
Oh.
Nah.
Yeah, if you're gonna spin town on your transmog mount, you should never get off.
Well, I don't really know what to do. Oh, I know what I can do, though. I need to go through and do all of my crafting orders on all my characters real quick. So I sent them all yesterday and I kind of forgot. Restart your router.
Do you seek knowledge?
You do what you need to do. Don't know what I'm doing yet.
Go in wisdom.
I was scared to already did it. That's something we can do real quick. I keep forgetting. I forgot to do it last night. Queue up for the thing to try to get the mount.
Oh yeah. Could do that.
Literally takes like a minute. I just keep forgetting. Do that real quick.
What is in here?
Yep.
That's fun.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
And rip. Hey, I got the same cosmetic I already had. Cool. What did you get? You're muted.
Got a neck.
Oh, I didn't even know you can actually get items.
Woo!
You can open that. That's where you can get the mount from.
Nice. I got a pet.
Might be worth something.
Maybe I don't have that downloaded. Woohoo!
I have all the time in the islands.
You can do that on every character?
I mean, you can for other chances, but your first chance of the day is higher. I would get one short, wouldn't I?
Our flight has much to offer. We have been scattered.
What? Shit.
This is your time. You have a bright future.
when shit don't want to work. Like I think.
Gotta figure out what I'm doing after I do all this.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do.
You do end up down.
I know. I don't want to do. Don't really want to do the Mythic Plus until we have, like, you know, our core group around. All right. So what was I doing on this? I need.
We will not repeat our history. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that's when I'm holding on to points. Kinda forgot.
Cole said he'd do keys after he reset the stuff.
I know. I was gonna do keys with everybody.
Yeah, don't you have something else you could do it on though?
No, I only need to do it on my warrior. If digital was around or something, I probably would, but.
Did you change to survival? Did it look hard?
I haven't messed with it at all. Considering his item level and he only did that much damage, it kind of was a turnoff.
Yeah.
I can do more than that.
I mean, I know you can do more than that on a different character.
I can do more than that on my MM. Well, maybe not more than him currently. If I was near his item level, I definitely could. Alright. Yay. That's maxed. Cool. That mount can be sold on the auction house. It's one of those things that you wait like a few weeks and sell it, or like a month or so. It's something I'm going to watch once it gets closer to the end of it. See if people are posting them way too cheap, buy them and sell them later.
My wares were made with knowledge. Come see me again. Our flight has much to offer. We have been scattered.
God, I'm going to need something for these crafts, and I don't remember what. Gears, that's what I need. Gears and bolts.
Do you seek knowledge? Goldmaking.
Yeah, what do you want? Pleasure doing business with ya. Glad I could help.
Probably look and see if those kind of things are worth crafting.
We will not repeat our history.
Yeah, I doubt there's that much profit. Let's go through and check some of these. Let's remove that from favorite. So I should be able to do the fire ones now. Which is what crafty and deadly. And then I could already do wait, I can do, yeah, fire and frost. Okay. Some of these actually do look profitable right now. It's kind of crazy. Do I want to even do it though? I don't feel like sitting here and pushing them out until they sell though. I might wait until later to do something like that. I mean, not insane, right? But some gold per craft is there.
Come see me again.
Jesus, that's really all I made? I'm gonna have to send over some gold. No. AFK for just a minute. Alright, I'm back. I'm still at 0, right? I am. You know, they keep saying that the sparks drop, but man, with all the content and stuff I've done on my warrior and everything I've done, and I have not gotten a drop from anything, it is real frustrating because I need one so that I can recraft my belt. Because I need to recraft my weapon and then switch out my belt. Because I'm not even using unstable frost fire. And I kind of need it. Because it's strong. So it's like one of my goals here. Is to get this up and going. But I can't do it until I get another spark. Once I get another spark, I can make it. Run a few more 11 pluses. Make this 405. Have this recrafted to remove the really, really, really terrible Fang armaments. It's so bad on Warrior. It's bad. That's what this scared. And I need to get rid of this crappy trinket. Not very good for me. I need to do some upgrading, but I don't really want to upgrade these because it's not really stats I want. It's okay. But I think stuff's getting uncapped next week on Valor. I haven't run anything this week on Valor, so I'll cap my Valor this week, wait until next week, and then when it's uncapped, see what we can do. But I could very, very, very easily be a few items a little higher than this currently. I'm just kind of waiting. Anyway, I think I'm going to go for anybody who's left. There is not a lot going on, and without my crew around to run some Mythic Plus, and without good gold, I can be making gold, I just don't want to right now, to be honest. It's not good enough to make me want to sit there and do it. So, with not a lot going on, I'm kind of just waiting for my Mythic Plus crew to be around, but they're not around till tonight. So, we have a birthday party and stuff like that to go to here in a couple hours. So, I think I'm going to head out and get ready for that, chill a little bit, and then I won't stream, but I'll get on tonight and do more WoW stuff that I need to do. But, anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, but I'm going to take off. You have yourself a wonderful day. Hopefully there ends up being content that I can make that's worthwhile. You know, if not, whatever. I do it for fun anyway. So, thanks for chilling, thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you all later.